In this video, we are going to practice multiplying fractions using the traditional algorithm. You're going to take notes on your paper. As you can see, you do not have a pre-printed note paper. You're going to be handwriting these because it's the traditional algorithm. Let's remember that traditional algorithm simply means working it out the old way. No pictures, no drawings, just working it out. So let's go ahead and get started with our first problem. So your first problem is going to be 3/5 times 4. So go ahead and write that on your paper, 3/5 times 4. Now, as you can see, we have a fraction and a whole number. So what we need to do first is turn that whole number into a fraction. You should remember how to do this. All we need to do is draw a line under the 4, make the 4 a numerator and 1 the denominator. 4 over 1 equals 4. So we are going to rewrite this just to make sure we see it nice and evenly. 3/5 times 4 over 1. Remember that 4 over 1 equals 4, so we can just add that 1 to it. Now all we do for the traditional algorithm is multiply straight across. 3 times 4 is 12. 5 times 1 is 5. 12/5. Now we know we can't leave our answer that way, so we need to divide. 12 divided by 5. 5 can go into 12 2 times. 2 times 5 is 10. 12 minus 10 is 2. So I know my answer. Remember, we take the answer and we put the remainder over the divisor. 2 and 2/5 is my answer. Let's do another one together before you tackle one on your own. Let's do 3/4 times 5/6. 3/4 times 5/6. Same thing, we're just going to multiply straight across. 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 6 is 24. This is not an improper fraction, so we do not need to divide. As you can see, the numerator is smaller than the denominator. That means it's not improper, so we could turn it in like this. But you should notice that we can simplify. Remember, how you check to simplify is see if the numerator and denominator share a common factor. They share 3, so we're going to divide by 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5. 24 divided by 3 is 8. 5/8 is my final answer. Now it's time for you to try some on your own. How about 3/8 times 2/3? 3/8 times 2/3. Go ahead and try this one on your own. All right, let's work it out and see if we got the same answer. Multiply straight across. 3 times 2 is 6. 8 times 3 is 24. You might have gotten 6/24, but you should have realized to simplify here. Now here I could divide by 2 or by 3 or by 6. I'm going to pick 6. 6 divided by 6 equals 1. 24 divided by 6 is 4. Our correct answer is 1/4. I hope you simplified all the way down. If you got to 3/12, you could have kept simplifying. If you got to 2/8, you could have kept simplifying. Make sure you keep simplifying every time. I hope you've noticed that we are just multiplying straight across and we have no common denominators. Multiplying fractions is actually super easy. You just go straight across. How about another one for you to try? Let's do 5/7 times 5. 5/7 times 5. Go ahead and try this one on your own. For this one, you should have rewritten it as 5/7 times 5 over 1. When we do it that way, we just need to multiply. 5 times 5 is 25 over 7 times 1 is 7. Now, I know that's an improper fraction, and I can't leave it like that. So let's go ahead and divide. 25 divided by 7. 7 can go into 25 3 times. 3 times 7 is 21. 25 minus 21 is 4. So remember, I take my answer, and then for the fraction, I take my remainder over the divisor. 3 and 4/7 is our answer, and we can't simplify that. Let's have you try one more. Let's do 4/5 times 5/8. Go ahead and try that one on your own. For this one, you should have multiplied straight across. 4 times 5 is 20. 5 times 8 is 40. 20/40ths. It's not improper, but it is a very large number. So there's a couple different things we could do here. You could go ahead, you could divide by 2, you could divide by 10, you could divide by 20, but I'm going to show you a quick hack. So for this one, as you can see, we've got 1 0 on the numerator and the denominator. All I'm going to do is cross out those 2 zeros. Now that would be the same as dividing by 10. 20 divided by 10 is 2, 40 divided by 10 is 4. But instead of dividing, we can just cross out those 2 zeros. Once we've done that, we've left with 2/4. We can divide by 2 again, and that would give me 1/2. Conversely, you could have just said 20 over 40 divided by 20. 20 divided by 20 is 1, 40 divided by 20 is 2. As long as you got the same answer, 1/2, it really doesn't matter how you got there. So those were some problems about how to multiply fractions using the traditional algorithm. I hope you understood them, and I'll see you tomorrow.